So I don't know if many remember the Charles Atlas in the back of the comic books way back, oh my God, way back in the 60s, when the guy was on the beach and the bullies would come along and he would come along and the guy would run back and become big and go back and kick the sand in front of the bully's face. And I mean, it's funny to look back at those things now, but back then, in the mid to late 60s, when you were a kid living in the suburbs being bullied, those comics, those little things in Charles Atlas were pretty important. I remember laying in bed a lot of times looking at those things after being bullied at school and stuff and thought, you know what, I'm going to build my body. I'm going to do something. I'm never going to be bullied again. But alas, in the 60s, gyms were far and few between. There really wasn't much to do about back then. You just hide in the shadows and you try and keep your head about you and keep going. And then in 1975, when I was about 17, 18 years old, I walked into this first little tiny hole-in-the-wall gym, and I was at home. I was hooked. I remember standing on the gym floor. I remember seeing guys lifting weights, and I looked around and I thought, you know what? This is where I belong. This is what I need to do. So I started from there. And from there I progressed to different things. I did martial arts, I did boxing, but I never, ever, ever varied away from I was 18 years old, so it's been around 38 years, I've never, ever, ever stepped sideways from being fit somewhere, in some way, shape, or form of doing something. And then somewhere down the line, I started learning about how the headset. See, what happens is I got in a very bad accident. I got in a very, very bad accident. Nothing to do with gym, nothing to do with, well, I guess a little bit to do with fitness because I was on a pair of rollerblades. But I got into an accident in a fight between me, a car, and a speed bump. And I smashed my hip. After all those years of training, all those things, it was gone just like that. Just like that, I thought, this is over. It's over now. So progressed along, I had a hip replacement, and I thought, well, this is it. I mean, it's over. I had a good run at it, 30-something years of training in the fitness world. But what happened was I started looking at training in a different way. Instead of just banging away and stuff, I really started to look at the human body and what the human body was capable of doing, and what your mind compared to your body was capable of doing. I started taking my injury and spinning it around and experimenting with it and find out just how well I could tune the human body after a massive injury like that. And I did it. I did it. I send messages to my body to heal. I send messages to my body to get muscle. I'm in better shape at 56 than before my accident. Way better condition, way better shape, more muscularity, more cardio, more everything. And I did it all just because of that accident. So maybe it was divine intervention. I had that accident because I bring all that knowledge to you now. I can spill all that out to you, what I went through all those years of trying to figure out how the mind and the body are connected and exactly what form it takes. Because when you have an injury like that, your form has to be perfect after that because you can't play around with form anymore. You can't just throw weight. So I became what they call the form guru. Everything I did in the gym was perfect form. I tore apart exercises like crazy, all by myself late at night, figuring out what was the best way to get this exercise, the best way to utilize the muscle. So in case of the accident has been a blessing. And now I can bring that all to you. Throughout the years, I've trained so many people in so many different ways. I've brought people from massive obesity, from over 400 pounds down to the mid 100s, high 100s. And the difference was not only just losing the weight, but bringing to them a new breath into their life and watching them change and seeing them getting strong, that they've never been able to do anything before. Taking clients that were told when they were younger that they had no coordination, that they weren't athletic because some stupid gym teacher lied to them when they were a kid and told them they couldn't, and they had this mindset into them that they couldn't do anything. And I've changed them. I've taught them how to think for themselves that they were athletic, that they were coordinated, that they were strong. And the look in their eyes when they do something that they thought would have been impossible for them to do, and they do it, and they look up at you and they're like, oh my God. And you can tell as soon as that hits, as soon as they feel that, there's a change. Everything changes. Everything changes for them. They progress faster and faster. And this is what I keep going back to is the mind, taking people from obese to then taking people that were weak to bring them strong, taking people that were uncoordinated to being athletic, taking people that thought they couldn't play a sport to play the sport. And once that clicks in the mind, you watch them progress so fast, it's unbelievable. And just the joy that comes back in their lives. I mean, this is what body we're talking about. This is the vessel that's bringing you through your life. All your life experiences, this is what propels you through it. And watching all those people over all the years get healthier and stronger and actually just breathing life back into your life, it's been so worth it. And this is what I proclaim to you. This is what I need for you to hear. What I need to do for you is to bring that life back into your life. I see a movement of middle-aged men to bring back to what they always wanted to be, is what I really see. I've wanted it for so long, and I see it every day, middle-aged men walking around and see them slowly dying, and it pains me. I don't understand. I don't understand how you can live like that. And I want to bring a movement of middle-aged men all over the world to find out that they can be healthier, that they can, and that's my vision. That's my vision, to have middle-aged men being healthier, more vibrant, more vitality to them, more youthful, bigger smiles on their faces, living life, not sitting there watching life go by. Be a participant in the life and get out there and do things. There's so many things to do in this world, so many things to enjoy, so much living to be lived out there, and you can't do it if you're falling apart and if you believe you're falling apart. So yeah, in a base nutshell, my vision is that. My vision is to bring life back to the middle-aged men and let them enjoy it. Let them enjoy it right into your old age, because you know what? Follow me along, because you're going to watch me over the years, because I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to keep getting better and better and better myself. I've only just begun. I've just begun this journey myself. So that's my vision.